It's a really compelling matchup that has a throwback feel to the era when running backs dominated. One of the best matchups all season long between two elite runners colliding here today. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a playoff team from last year, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports, I'm Chris Fowler, joined in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get this thing going. The Noles will kick it away to get this game going. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. The offense will start at the 25. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Handoff to the single back. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4. This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, two top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over. Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Sets up as a 3rd and 3 here on this opening possession. They'll try to run for the first down. Breaking tackles. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get them to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
The Nittany Lions line up on 1st and 10 now. He'll hand it off. He breaks free. He's stopped, but he gets a first down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, probably been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. I mean, the list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs, and I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
They continue to pound away on the ground. Brings up a 1st and 10. Here comes the handoff. First down, looking for more now. That's a strong run. They finally tackle him down at the 4.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
The Nittany Lions hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in on 1st and goal. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State. Well, that is a dream start for the offense, Kirk. What an opening possession.
You know, sometimes you just want to kind of get settled into a game. These guys didn't really wait at all. They had a script. They knew exactly how to attack the defense, and it works out.
PAT is good, so it's 7-0. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Play action here on first down. Looking for his big tight end. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions. Locked into his primary. Tried to force it in there. And it doesn't work out.
At the 25, it's 2nd and 10. Can they make it a 3rd and manageable here? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Catch made on the right side. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down.
Man-to-man coverage. You run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
The tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength. And the Seminoles pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. There's the handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw there. He should have pulled that ball out and tried to make a throw, but instead he hands it off to the poor running back, and it's a tackle for a loss.
And, Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. The receiver makes the catch. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play. They find the slot receiver on a drag route that time.
Yeah, you don't really see this very often from a slot receiver on this drag route, but a nice call here, nice little wrinkle. Quarterback does a nice job of waiting for him to clear the...
Oh, they trap him for a sack.
Boy, they're making this offensive line really think and communicate. Bringing different blitzes. This time the outside linebacker gets to the quarterback and comes up with a big sack for the D.
So check it out. Here comes the field goal team. They are a long way out, putting a lot of trust in the kicker here. A tremendous make. He's got a howitzer for a leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. The last possession was just old school power football. Let's see if they can keep that going here. Back to throw. It's Wade. Quick throw over the middle. Wide open downfield. Tackle made after a big gain.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
So one play moves the ball to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. Handoff in a single back formation. As the first down is still going. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And in first down, they go right back to him. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They're going to run it here. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
The offense going very heavy, bringing in more blockers. They're going to run the option. Pitch play to the back. Finding space at the 20. And it's a long-distance house call. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Just great execution here by this offense. And so many things have to go right for this option to be successful. Recognizing and getting a defender to commit to the quarterback, a nice pitch, and then having a lane for the running back to run through. And there, everything lined up. When things work out like that, it's really almost impossible to stop.
Extra point makes the lead 11. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Kickoff team out there. They are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. So the first play of the drive coming up here, under 3 minutes to play before half. They'll run it here. And tackled after a small pickup there.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game. Held him just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
Okay, we reached the 2-minute timeout. The offense some work to do here, trying to cut into this lead before halftime. Offense needing to keep this drive alive. It's a 3rd down play. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Shotgun formation here on third down. Receiver makes the catch. They stop him out at the 42. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Second down after that run on the previous play. With the catch, it's Fuentes. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
This is an example of a quarterback and his offense just taking what the defense gives you. Not a huge play, but positive yards. The defense wants to give that throw to you. You take it, get the ball to your receiver, stay ahead of the sticks.
But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up fourth down.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here, third and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive. The best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this fourth and short.
Offense rolling the dice on this fourth down call. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So first play of the drive coming here. They'll start at their own 49. So early movement from the offense. That'll push him back 5. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Love this early in the game by this defense, taking control of the line of scrimmage, not giving this back anywhere to go, and they keep him short of the first down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback's got it on the option. He'll pitch it. Breaks loose at the 45. He's in the clear. Touchdown, Penn State. He wins the foot race to the end zone.
I mean, body blow after body blow. It just cannot get any worse for this defense. The offense, once again, driving the ball down the field, puts the ball into the end zone for another touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And it comes out of the 25. No return attempted there. So here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They start with an RPO. Quick pass to the right. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards.
Chris, it's a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
They'll look to throw it here on second down. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Could take it all the way. They bring him down, but a chance to turn that into points just before halftime.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So they start the drive here, looking to make something happen in the final seconds before halftime. Handoff to the back. And the defense able to hold him there to a short gain. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. So with only a few seconds left in the half, the field goal unit comes out of the field, trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. He got it. The field goal's good. And they add to their lead. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Nittany Lions will kick this away to start the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. Eager to get something going as we begin the third quarter, cut in to this huge lead. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
When you throw an out route against man coverage, man, it puts a premium on a receiver who can set up the defensive back to be able to still have room to get to the outside and be timed up with a quarterback. That was great execution.
And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Chris, the advantage you have, obviously, from a quarterback standpoint, running the RPO, is you get time to evaluate that first and second level of the defense and see where they're going. Unfortunately, the defense didn't show him much, and the back ends up taking it for just a few.
Out of the gun now on third down. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. And he runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's an out route. The catch made. He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
They did a really good job that time of leveraging him out in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards. Really good job here showing discipline by this defense. Seeing that corner route did exactly what they needed to do to be in position to make that an incompletion.
Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. Back in motion now. Looking to pass here on second down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
Boy, that pass rush got in there in a hurry. Great job by this defense of disrupting the rhythm and timing between the quarterback and the receivers.
The offense was moving well, but 2 incompletions sets up a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. Lets it fly to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. Touchdown, Seminoles. Great connection there for 6 points.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
The extra point is good. They're down now 14, 24-10. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackle at the 31, so makes a good choice bringing it out of the end zone. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. One man at the backfield, and he'll get the football.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And now the handoff. Has the first down and more. They tackle him at the 43, but that's enough for a first down.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
It's an option look. Pitch to the back. They make the tackle, but enough for a first down. Textbook execution on the option.
Oh, the defense had a chance there to keep them short of the first down marker, but that option, the execution of it, the pitch, just enough for a first down.
The Nittany Lions are looking to keep this drive going. They're going to run it. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. So after 3 quarters of play, it's a pretty solid lead. Let's take a look at our game stats, how we got here. And now entering the final period of play, is there an epic comeback in store? We're going to find out. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Keeping it on the ground here. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks.
Well, this guy's got some wiggle, and you can see there he's got some power. He's able to break through one arm tackle, but the secondary comes up to finish him off.
Crucial third down play coming up. defense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks into the clear. They finally tackle him after a huge chunk play. Moves the ball to the 12.
Boy, as a head coach, you preach fourth quarter offense all year long. The importance of being able to finish out a game. This is a great example. They have secured this football, this drive. They've been able to convert on third downs, and they keep moving this clock. This is a clinic on how to run a 4-minute offense.
Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Ball handed off. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
The defense came out ready to go on that second down and short. No chance for the offense, and that'll bring up third down.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on third down, trying to force a field goal. One play called on third and short. Oh, and he didn't get there. The defense makes a stop against this excellent third down offense.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
So on fourth down, the decision is to trot out the field goal team. And the importance of this attempt, if he makes it, it's now a 3-score game. And it sails right through the middle of the uprights. Solid kick. And that will extend their lead even further. So after building this big lead, they're set to kick it off. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. Let's see if he can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Had been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. Here comes a first down pass attempt. That's reeled in. It's Fuentes. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
That completion makes it second and short. Catch made on the left side. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Offense sets the formation. It's third down. And the wideout goes in motion. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Finding some room at the 25. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Send the back in motion. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Makes the grab on the move. Brought down at the 7, but the completion moves him into scoring position. And the Noles will hustle to the line here to run the hurry up. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And they'll set up for the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They'd love to produce some points and build this lead, but also work on the clock here. The gain is 3 yards, brings up a 2nd down and 7.
Well, this is definitely not the time to get cute as an offense and as a play caller. This defense is thirsty for any kind of big play at all to try to create a turnover. So just keep it on the ground and play smart.
Offense operating from the pistol. Grinding away on the ground. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. It's the 2-minute timeout as the offense continues to try to work the clock and secure an impressive victory here today. The offense will set up on 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Nowhere to run up the middle. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Ball handed off. The Soft were able to bring him down quickly. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big 3rd down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Oh, and he shanked it. And the punt lands out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they'll spot it here. So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, QB tries it again on 2nd and 10. Wide open downfield. He picks up the first down, but gets drilled on the tackle.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Short completion there. 2nd down coming up. Here's the option play. The back's got it on the pitch. Picks up the first, looking for more. And they bring him down, but not before he picks up the first. Good execution on the option.
Well, hey, it didn't go for a touchdown, but this is great execution. Knew exactly what they needed to do. First down, move the sticks. The Seminoles will have 1st and 10 here.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught on the outside. It's Fuentes. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Moves out of the pocket. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
Smart heads-up play by this quarterback. Hey, listen, they're trailing. He's got to make some plays, and if nothing's open downfield, use your legs, pick up as many yards as you can, get out of bounds, and get ready for that next play.
The Noles line up with a 1st and goal. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. He's looking to throw. He steps out of bounds. No gain on the play.
Boy, that is a clinic by this defense on this quarterback run. String him out to the sideline, nowhere for him to go. All he could do is step out of bounds for no gain.
2nd down and goal.
1-4 satellite. 4-1-4 satellite. Let's go. Let's go.
Quarterback drops back. Pass caught. Can he get in? Touchdown, Noles. Look out. Whole different game now.
Well, hold on now, Chris. We're under 2 minutes to go, and these guys will not go away. They hit this extra point. You cover an onside kick. You never know.
And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT is good. They still trail, though. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. They safely make the recovery. The onside kick doesn't work.
Good call here to go with this onside kick. It looked like they may have had a shot to be able to come up with this recovery. Unfortunately, they don't. And this wrapped up the ball game.
So the job is simple here. Just take a knee, run out the clock, and begin the celebration.